what sort of, and this is a very real question. I haven't worked like tip of the spear on search and rescue for this kind of thing, but I've helped coordinate the teams. What sort of resources and teams does FEMA use for search and rescue?
We do
What kind
search
of
and rescue all the time. And that's we had a 76-year-old walk away from their home 2 nights ago. And we went out and did a search and rescue, found them within 30 minutes because they only walked about 300 feet from their house and was off in the bushes
that's a 76-year-old who went for a stroll. I'm talking about you've
with
got a
dementia.
series with it. I'm
But
talking about a series of annihilated small towns. What
we
sort
do
of
the same thing.
okay?
We
Okay.
have to establish who's missing.
Well, I know I get that. What I'm asking here is what sort of personnel are there because military search and rescue. You're talking about highly trained guys who are in really incredible shape, who are capable of all kinds of stuff up to and including minor engineering feats.
Yes. And also,
We
I got
we
to
have
ask
a
you a
team.
question here, real quick.
We have a
Does
team in my
FEMA?
county. Hold on. We have a team in my county that's about 45 strong
Okay.
that does nothing but search and rescue
Okay.
constantly year round. And if there is a major event, then they go out and do the search and rescue.
Okay. Honestly, FEMA should showcase some of that stuff because a lot of us only see what's on the TV and it looks like 75-year-old guys sitting at folding tables next to trailers. That's what the news shows. So if there's a real search and rescue capability within FEMA, it would do well for them to showcase it for crying out loud.
How many
Probably would
times
help.
have you visited your local fire department? Know your local firemen.
I live in a small rural county. I know all of those guys.
I myself do not.
You live in the middle of Detroit.
Yes. I got a question for you. Does
Yes.
FEMA actually keep a master list of individuals who are missing in a stricken area?
They try to.
Do you know where that is so we could try to find it?
Hard, dude.
It's not open to the public. That's something we're privy to, and we don't share that information.
That's deaths until the deaths are notice is released. That's not.
No, but you're
information.
not saying deaths. You're saying missing.
I'll bet
We as soon as we get numbers, we release that to the media.
Okay.
I'll bet the
We
I'll
don't
bet
do
the
it on
counties
individual levels. We do it kind of general. And the news, it's up to the news to report that. And we try to get them the most update numbers as possible, as fast as possible.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at some of the news, and we're still at 200 people killed. I know
Those are
it's gotta be
confirmed
way
kills,
higher than that.
confirmed deaths, and that's what we can give out is confirmed information. The estimate is about 1,100.
Okay.
way low. I'm telling you right now. I've seen an event of this size. You guys are way.
Or maybe it's 11,000 people that are missing and unaccounted for.
That would make much.
Yeah.
We can't confirm them. We can't.
No,
we
no, no. I
can't
understand.
say,
No, I'm not asking to confirm.
we can't. So we can't
This
confirm
is a
those
challenge
numbers
here.
up
We're
to
just
the.
having a discussion here because it's good to know these things. We've never heard the conversation we're having right now. Have you heard this conversation anywhere else in the public sphere? I don't think
No.
I've ever seen a FEMA guy sit down with a couple of old grunts and go, "Hey, here's what's going on, and here's what you guys need to know, and let's dispel a bunch of your myths about FEMA."
Yeah, and we're not here to put a sign around your neck, boogeyman. Actually, we wanted to hear your side of the story.
Yeah,
so
this has been really helpful. I didn't
Yeah.
know about, for example, the search and rescue capability. I'm very serious. I think somebody should go to the FEMA director and say, "Hey, if the public knew we had real serious search and rescue guys, they might take us a little more seriously."
Yeah.
The current public impression of FEMA is that it's roly-poly older dudes and cat ladies in khakis with trailers and folding tables. That's the
Unfortunately
public perception.
So you just gave us a number of unconfirmed 11,000-ish.
That's a guesstimate. That's
a
off the
guesstimate.
top
I
of
got
my
you.
head. That's not based in anything.
No,
we're
not putting that number on you. We're not putting that number. I came
to the same conclusion.
I came up with a number of 10,000 last Tuesday, and Steve was like, "No, it's too high."
And then I had to re-estimate based on the conversations
Yeah.
that we had on the previous show.
Because
So
my
we're not
mind,
challenging you at all. We're agreeing with you.
Yeah.
That's the number we
Yeah.
came to.
because my mind was stuck in a minor nuclear warhead event. 10,000 killed is pretty much right off the bat.
I would like it if people got more involved. And that's the
Okay.
whole problem, is getting people involved. All these people want to get involved when there's a major disaster, but they don't want to get involved on any given Tuesday when all the meetings and planning really go on. And when everybody is asking for who wants to form a search party and be on the team and get training, formal training in search and rescue in your community.
Real SAR work is real hard.
Oh, yeah.
People do not understand that. That's why we were asking. That's why I'm asking the question about what kind of people they have on your end, because I know that the real thing, not finding the guy who wandered off or the kid who is missing and his bike was found by the parking lot, but major disaster. We're talking severe casualties, lots of gruesome stuff that a normal person isn't going to be able to emotionally process, honestly.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's good
Then
to know that there is an actual element in FEMA that can do that.
No, not really.
No.
There are small groups that do it, and they all will go and form a bigger group at a
All right.
major.
Okay,
at a
it's the
major
asymmetric model. All right.
but military comes in, and that's where you get the National Guard involved, and the National Guard goes in teams.
They've got very few competent elements for that sort of thing.
Well, I myself, I'm aged out of that. I'm too old to be doing that. So I'm just the guy who points at shit on the map and picks up phones and then yells at people. That's about the extent of what I can do.
That's about where I am too.
Yeah. Well, I'm 60 years old.
I'll do your
I'm
maps.
there too.
Yeah, there you go. I'll do your maps for you. I'm really good at the maps and coordination.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.